COVID-19 is all the world has talked about for months. Tens or hundreds of millions of jobs have been lost in the government shutdowns worldwide. The economic impacts of the forced shutdowns have impacted billions, with food banks overwhelmed worldwide, including in the US. In South Africa, those who have lost their jobs line up for miles for hopefully something to eat. The initial estimates of death rates from COVID-19 came from now disgraced Neil Ferguson of the Imperial College of London. Ferguson was behind the disputed research that sparked the mass culling of 11 million sheep and cattle during the 2001 outbreak of so-called foot and mouth disease. He also predicted that up to 150,000 people could die. There were fewer than 200 deaths. In 2002, Ferguson predicted that up to 50,000 people would likely die from exposure to BSE, mad cow disease, in beef. In the UK, there were only 177 deaths from BSE. In 2005, Ferguson predicted that up to 150 million people could be killed from bird flu. In the end, only 282 people died worldwide from the disease between 2003 and 2009. In 2009, a government estimate based on Ferguson's advice said a reasonable worst-case scenario was that the swine flu would lead to 65,000 British deaths. In the end, swine flu killed 457 people in the UK. And this year, his estimates were that 200,000 people in the UK, 2 million in the US, and millions more deaths worldwide would occur. In March, Ferguson admitted that his Imperial College model of COVID-19 was based on undocumented 13-year-old computer code that was intended to be used for a feared influenza pandemic rather than a coronavirus. Ferguson declined to release his original code so other scientists could check his results. He only released a heavily revised set of code recently after a 6-week delay. The Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation paid the Imperial College over $79 million for this fiasco, including millions more in funding for nearly every member of Trump's coronavirus team, including Dr. Fauci, in order to put the world into fear and beg for their vaccines that Gates estimated on CNBC would net him a 2,000% gain on his initial investment.
It's over a 20-to-1 return. So if you just looked at the economic benefits, that's a pretty strong number compared to anything else.
Mainstream media has been the lead propagandist and fearmongerer to bring in our new normal with a complete destruction of the economy, countries, large companies, small businesses, and individuals, with a promise from Bill Gates that the final solution will be everyone on Earth taking his vaccines.
And then the final solution, which is a year to 2 years off, is the vaccines.
The mainstream media have been caught in countless lies, fakery, hyperbole, and embellishments since the supposed pandemic that Bill Gates planned for, along with his front organizations, the World Health Organization and the CDC, as recently as October of 2019 with Event 201. CBS has been caught faking COVID patients. And CBS, with its one-eye logo, has also been caught trying to fearmonger by using footage of a hospital in Italy and saying it was in New York. In the UK, Channel 4 News showed a nurse working on a mannequin as they talked about how bad the epidemic is. And the hashtag #FilmYourHospital has gone viral as countless people across the world show up to hospitals described as war zones and overflowing with patients to find the hospitals nearly completely empty, like this one in Germany.
Ins Virchow-Klinikum geschickt und gesagt, hier würden alle Berliner Corona-Fälle zusammenkommen und das zwischen 8 und 16 Uhr. Das heißt, die meiste Zeit über ist gar nichts los. Schauen wir mal hier an. Also, die sind zwar da hinten in den Zelten, in den Zweien, die jetzt leer sind, aber was mich wundert, es ist doch nicht der Ausnahmezustand, der in den Medien beschrieben wird.
And this one in New York. Last week, Sky News came out with a frightening headline: Coronavirus, Morgues and storage rooms are full of bodies. The true death toll in Mexico City is staggering. They also did a video report stating that crematoriums in Mexico City never stop burning.
The ovens never stop burning. Black smoke billows out from Mexico City's crematorium.
And that hospitals are overflowing with bodies, while claiming their only source for this was an anonymous government official and a few photos of a few body bags in hospitals. Hearing this and being just outside of Mexico City, I contacted a number of friends in Mexico, and they all claim that every hospital they have seen is nearly empty and that there was nothing they knew about to back up these claims. In the past, I've traveled to expose numerous events and places, such as going undercover inside Venezuela to expose that socialist paradise, and inside Cuba to interview an anarcho-capitalist political dissident and later help him escape from the island. I've gone to Somalia to show what is really going on the ground there, and Zimbabwe to witness the effects of hyperinflation. We were also the first independent journalists to get inside the Bilderberg Hotel and conference room while it was under lockdown in Austria. And most recently, along with Luke Rudowski of We Are Change, we were the first independent media to get on Epstein's Island. Having covered the coronavirus hoax nearly daily since early February, and having exposed the countless lies numerous times in previous months, I knew this was also going to be a lie. But I had to see it for myself. And, more importantly, I want the world to see. Just like with the New York Post's sensationalized headline that they are burying countless bodies in mass graves on Hart Island, something they've been doing for 151 years, but used to put the masses into fear.
Since 1869, prison labor has been used to bury unclaimed and unidentified New Yorkers in mass graves of 150 adults or 1,000 infants.
And so, after numerous so-called media outlets, including Mike Adams, all parroted the news that the crematoriums are burning non-stop to keep up with the wave of dead bodies in flooded hospitals, I decided to go and show the world what is really happening. First, we called a few crematoriums in Mexico City, and the ones we called were closed. Finally, we found one that was open, the San Isidro Crematory. The parking lot had a sign warning that it was a highly infectious disease zone, and the parking lot was nearly empty, and there were just a few people there, including the manager, and a police officer, making sure we weren't recording. So, nothing there. Here's the parking lot. There's no one. I don't know why they have the police here. The police are actually taking photos of us right now. Here's the parking lot. Empty. They wouldn't let me near the crematorium at first without a mask, but luckily I had one, and I then approached. And they say I can't go in without a mask, so I got my mask. Now I'm waiting to see if I can get inside. ¿Trabajar aquí?
Sí.
Solo tengo unas preguntas. Primero, yo escucho que todos los crematorios es todos llenos. ¿Eso es verdad?
No.
No.
Espérame.
Ok.
¿Quién lo dejó pasar? ¿Quién lo pusieron? La camioneta. Ah, ya. Sí, porque lo que pasa es que cuando vienen así, tienen que pedir un permiso en comunicación social para que puedan entrar a filmar, a grabar o a entrevistar.
Ah.
Sí, porque en la mañana estuvo Televisa también.
No soy Televisa, solo por mi propio cosas.
Sí, nada más que tienen que solicitar un permiso a la alcaldía para que pueda entrar.
Ok, no necesito entrar, solo tengo preguntas. Entonces
sí,
no es...
Solamente le digo, la alcaldía sí le puede proporcionar los datos. Ellos tienen los datos en comunicación social.
¿Solo para preguntar?
Aquí en la alcaldía.
¿Es cerca?
Sí, está el edificio. Ahí está la ventanilla.
Ah, pero solo tengo como dos preguntas. No estás lleno.
Sí, no.
¿Qué, ¿Tú escuchaste sobre eso, que es lleno?
Sí, pero no estamos. Está usando el servicio.
Ok. ¿Y tú conoces otros crematorios? ¿Ellos están llenos?
Miguel Hidalgo. La Miguel Hidalgo, pero no sabría decirle si están llenos o no.
Ok. Ok, gracias, todo.
Dale.
Gracias. Ok. No, there's no one here. There's nothing going on. No hay nadie.
No hay.
No.
No hay gente.
No.
Le hubieras dicho-
Él dije, necesito ir con comunicación por pedir permiso por entrar. Pero yo dije, solo tengo unas preguntas. Y él dije, no, no es nada aquí. Y yo dije, ¿otro crematorio? Él dije, tal vez en Hidalgo, pero no hay nada pasando. Ok, vamos al hospital. After having trouble finding any open crematoriums, and after seeing the San Isidro crematory was empty, and the manager having said they are not busy, and even though he had heard what they are saying on the news, he told me there isn't much happening at crematoriums in Mexico City, I next decided to go to a hospital in the city to see what is reported as a massive amount of COVID patients. Again, I tried calling a few hospitals, particularly private ones, as I thought they would be easier to gain access to, but the ones I tried to call were all closed. The reason many private hospitals in Mexico City are closed is unclear, but as we know, countless hospitals worldwide are laying off employees or even closing down due to lack of work. I then decided to go to a public hospital in one of the poorer neighborhoods in Mexico City. I've visited public hospitals in Mexico before, and they're usually full of people and patients, often with lines outside the hospital, waiting for socialized free medical care. As we drove up to the IMSS Zone General Hospital number 48 in the northern part of Mexico City, it was eerily quiet. Like with the crematorium, there were plenty of police cars and officers, empty parking lots, and barely any people except workers there. Hola.
¿Y dónde estaba usted? Sí, allá adentro. Hola, ¿qué tal? Gracias.
Hola.
Dígame.
¿Es abierto o cerrado?
¿Cómo?
¿Es abierto o cerrado? No hay nadie.
¿Viene a consulta?
Alguien dije necesito ir aquí para ver a mi amigo, pero ¿es abierto?
No sé dónde esté su amigo, si está en cama o...
Yo no, él solo dije ven aquí, no sé nada.
¿Pero de qué viene el enfermo de respiratorio?
Yo no sé nada, solo alguien dije va aquí. Tal vez, no sé, tal vez es equivocado.
Posiblemente, ¿por qué no les marca?
Yo estaba cerca, entonces yo voy. Pero, ¿por qué están? Yo escucho mucha gente, no hay nadie, ¿no?
Es que es COVID.
¿Es COVID? ¿Limpiar?
Es un hospital COVID.
¿COVID? ¿Eso es?
Entran de aquel lado cuando vienen a hacerse la prueba.
Ok. Pero no hay mucha gente, ¿no?
No, no hay mucha gente, por lo mismo de que les informan vía telefónica de sus pacientes, los que ya tienen en cama.
Ok. ¿Hay otro lugar para el COVID?
O a la otra entrada es de aquel lado.
Ok, gracias. There's no one here. She said there's another entrance for COVID. Let's see what happens. ¿Eso es de entrada?
Sí.
¿Aquí? ¿Dónde? ¿Cómo entra? You can't enter. There's like no one here. So I'm at the entrance to the COVID testing area. There's like no one here. No one even will come to let me in. Oh my God, it's terrible. Bueno, hola. ¿Puedo entrar o qué? ¿Puedo entrar? ¿Alguien sabe? Okay. Oh, it's in coaches? Oh, here comes the police. All right. Let's see what he has to say. Tal vez yo tengo una pregunta. Solo tengo una pregunta. ¿Eso es por COVID? Ok. ¿Y puedo hacer prueba aquí o cómo es?
Bueno, primero que nada, pues tienes que traer tu
¿Máscara? Yo tengo una máscara, pero yo escuché, gente puede hacer pruebas por COVID aquí.
Sí, pero te hospitalizan.
Ah, ok. Parece como no hay mucha gente, es no tan...
No, toda esa gente está para entrar.
¿Es mucha gente? ¿Sí? No parece como... ¿Estás lleno con gente? ¿O? ¿Sí?
Toda esa gente que estés ahí es para entrar a la revisión.
Ok. Pero yo no puedo revisar.
¿Pero traes número de seguridad social?
No, soy extranjero.
Tendrías que...
Para regresar a mi país yo necesito una prueba.
Oh, ya. No, la tendrías que sacar privada.
Eso es privada. Oh, yo pensé...
No,
Ah.
aquí es público.
Sí.
Pero para extranjeros creo que es
privada. Ah, ok. Ok. Y...
Sí, porque aquí solamente están haciendo gente que ya viene bien grave. O sea, que ya viene con los síntomas.
Ajá. Ah, ok. No parece como mucha gente. Yo escucho en las noticias, es lleno con gente.
Bueno, allá adentro ya está lleno.
¿Sí? Ok. Ok, muchas gracias.
Sí.
Okay. So, I'm not allowed in, but he says it's full of people. Doesn't seem like it. Hola, ¿estás taxista?
¿Dónde?
¿Estás taxista o...?
Sí.
Solo pregunta, ¿es mucha gente viene aquí?
Más o menos.
Pero no tanto, ¿no?
No, ahorita hay poquita.
Poquito, ok. Sí, gracias. While walking around this incredibly quiet hospital, which is very unusual in Mexico City, I saw a funeral store, so I dropped in to see how busy he was. Hola. ¿Puedo entrar? Sí. Gracias. Solo una pregunta. Sí. ¿Estás muy ocupado con...? No. No. Porque las noticias dice muchos muriendo y cosas. ¿Qué piensas? No es verdad, ¿no? No. Ok, gracias. He saw my camera. I should have brought a hidden camera. After finding closed and empty crematoriums and empty hospitals and bored taxi drivers and funeral stores that aren't busy at all, we decided to call it a day. Just as has been found at countless hospitals worldwide, the reality of things is the exact opposite of the propaganda put out by mainstream media that hospitals are war zones and that in Mexico City, the fires never stop burning.
The ovens never stop burning. Black smoke billows out from Mexico City's crematorium.
In Mexico, just like most countries, the economic lockdown done by government is by far the worst thing that has come out of this Gates-engineered propaganda. If people don't wake up soon and stop obeying government lockdown orders, we will enter into a period far worse than the Great Depression. It already is. Government lockdowns have massively damaged the worldwide food supply chain, and we could soon be entering into food shortages and famines that could kill tens or hundreds of millions of people. And all this because Neil Ferguson, once again, massively overstated death numbers. And even when Dr. Fauci reported in the New England Journal of Medicine that the death rate is somewhere close to 0.1%, it was not reported anywhere. 0.1% is similar to the flu death rate, and in fact, in 2020, The COVID death and hospitalization rate is less than even the 2017-2018 influenza season. And even as we drove home, we were stopped by the police to check us for this mysterious COVID that isn't killing many people.
Vamos a checar la temperatura de todos. Recuerden que dentro del estado de Querétaro hay que traer cubrebocas en todo momento. Sí, por favor. Okay.
Sí, aquí está la dirección.
Sí. Okay, vamos a checar la temperatura.
Mis hijos están dormidos.
No quiero que toques
niños,
nuestros
y no quiero
niños.
que toquen a mis hijos, de verdad. Gracias.
Okay, vamos. Okay, so I told him no. I told him no. Get lost. I told him to beat it. And you should too. Stopping the lockdowns, searches, and martial law is our only hope now. Please share this, as it will almost surely be deleted off YouTube. It's also posted on BitChute and Library at the links below, where it cannot be deleted. Please tweet or post on social media with a link to this video with the hashtag #FilmYourHospital and end the lockdown. And turn off your television. It's called programming for a reason. It's mind control to keep you in a fear state so you can't think. If people cannot get back to work and restart the food supply chains, we are headed for tens or hundreds of millions of famine deaths and unemployment numbers never before seen, with business closures off the charts. And with the Federal Reserve printing trillions of dollars and the US government spending it as fast as they can, we will soon enter into hyperinflation. For more information on how to survive and prosper through this most extreme event in human history, go to dollarvigilante.com/subscribe. Soon, the entire world will look like Venezuela or Cuba. Please share. God bless.